Tony Visconti was like a big impact on the band back in the day, especially for that debut album. How big of a role did he have on shaping the band's sound, and what was Tony's impact on that record specifically?
Tony was, I mean, amazing, is an amazing producer and was, and we were, this is a period of time when even he was kind of like getting involved and becoming the Tony Visconti he became. And so we were kind of novices all together in London, putting it together for our first couple of albums. But his influence and mentoring, if you like, of the band was really important. I mean, he was an incredible musician. He is, and also able to score things. And it was his idea to put a recorder quartet in the first album. And in fact, he played it. Not we didn't play it. He did. But at the same time, uh, as we did the first album, he was working on T Rex's album and also David Bowie, Man Who Sold the World. So we were in the studio together with Tony. So it was an incredible atmosphere of creativity and such a lot of fun. And he was very important in having the band realizing what we were and pushing us to be what we became actually in the first within the first couple of albums. And in fact, just on a Tony Visconti story,
Yeah.
and he was recording Bowie at the same time, The Man Who Sold the World, and Bowie's best friend was a guy called George Underwood from Met School, and he was around the studio at Trident, and Tony introduced George to the band, and and George said, "I'm an artist," and then we were looking for someone to do the cover, and we said, "Okay, well, George, why don't you give us a shot and see if you could come up with a good cover?" So he came. We were looking around for other people, and he came up with this logo with this giant face and the band in his hands, and we loved it. So the whole thing was meant to be. It was Tony and George Underwood and Bowie's. All those things came together and made Gentle Giant, Gentle Giant.